Good evening, world-renowned family, especially Cheryl. I'm going to show you how I would consider using Remine Pro from the Miami Association of Realtors in order to create a mailing list and target specific property. So the first thing I'm going to log into Remine and I'm going to hit search. You'll see I have some things here, but that's just from my previous search. I'm going to clear those filters. And the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to go by a neighborhood or an address that I already know. So I know 20533 is the area that I want to be in or the address that I want to be in. And it's going to show you where that property is located there. And it shows the information. Now, what I'm looking to do, the first thing that I want to do is I always want to have that search as I move map so it can give me a good idea of what's happening in the search field as I'm moving. It's updating and you'll be able to see the number of results. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I want to be in this area here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start adding filters. One of the initial filters that I wanted to add was going to be the status. Let me see here. Actually, I'm looking for distressed deals first. So some will be on the left, the quick ones, and then others will be there. So I'm going to click on distressed. And then I can choose Lis Pendis, notice a default, all of those that apply. And I'm just going to hit apply. And we're going to see how many comes up. So since I'm looking at this area here, only 2 came up. You'll see another there. And then it says 7 that are unmapped. So I can start to come and look and see what those are. Now, I had gotten previous information. I do know that 20571 is one of those that I was interested in, as well as 20641, but it is not showing up here. So if I were to click on that one, that's 20571. If I click on this one here, it's 20554, and it will give information. Now you'll see that it's showing that these are low likelihood, low sales score. 20571 has a high sales score, so it's very likely that they would sell the property. Now, what you could do though, so if you want to be doing a mailer, you would see that you would only have 5 mailings to do. And so anytime we're going to be printing, we're probably looking at less money, but then you also want to see what your return would be. So if I really like this area, this neighborhood here, what I could do is remove the distressed deals, and I could add a filter for listings or just status. And I could go to off market, or maybe I can find, where is my, nope, I have an off market here. So if I want something that's off market, that's not listed in the MLS, just here, I'll see 488 results. But then I'm going to come in and I'm going to draw a polygon right here around this neighborhood. Now, inside of the neighborhood, you'll see that I have 182 results, or 201 results. Now, if I wanted to not have these included, I could, or if I want to leave them in, it may not make much of a difference, but I do see the difference. These are townhomes and these are single family. So what I will do now is let me get rid of that and let me draw one that is only for the townhomes. And now you'll see that I have 155 results. Now, if you're going to look at building a mailing list, you're going to want to select all 155 and then add those to your cart. And you see that I have carts like one, may have a buyer, and that's going to be what we're doing right now. And so I am going to put 09, 29, 21, whoops. May have buyer. Then I'm going to add those 155 to my cart. And so now that I've added those 155 properties that are off market and in this polygon, since I've added those to my cart, I get to decide now, what do I want to do with those properties? So I'm going to come to my cart over here and I'm going to choose. This is the one, even though it has the wrong date, I'm going to choose all of these. And you can see the status says closed. So the way I do this is I'm going to go through and select all of them, except for the one that says closed, because that lets me know that it was recently a transaction done on that one. Same here, there, and then I have one more page. And the reason I'm doing this is because I really don't want to solicit properties. That would be a waste of money. Okay, and so now, if you could do one of two things. If you're going to be using a letter, a form letter, maybe a mail merge, you could export this as a CCV or a column report, however you want to do it. But then you could choose if you want to have the property address or mailing address, absentee, however you want to do that, okay? But we are not going to do an export here. I'm actually going to send mailers from Remine. So I'm going to do test 1, and I'm going to build my mail campaign. Now, as I build my mail campaign, you'll see that for 150 mail pieces for this size, it's going to be 105 bucks. You have to decide, is that worth the money that you want to send or not? Is this your first initial piece that you want to send? So for goodwill, I'm going to say yes. And then I will click choose a design. And you could do absentee owner. For my purposes, I found that general farming is going to be the most effective one to use. And we're going down to the bottom in general farming. And you'll see, are you experiencing property pain? Symptoms include bad tenants, no tenants, high taxes, back taxes, bad property managers, too much to repair, comparative market analysis. And then I am going to personalize this this flyer here. To whom would you like the mail piece addressed to? Homeowner's name or current resident? Ideally, we would like it to say homeowner's name. You can choose any color pattern that you like. For me, I'm using the blue and gray. You might want to use something else, or I might be using the gray and blue, okay? And then I'm going to refresh my preview. Nope, so I am using the blue and gray. So this is the color scheme of all of mine. I'm going to hit next. I can come in and you'll see that I've already added my logo. It's going to have the information there. I can get to choose what I want to put in here. Let's chat, offer expires, call today to be pain free. If you want something different, so I am not too overly concerned with the front What I do want you to customize is this back part here, because on the back, when we go to next, so that's going to be the front page. When we go to next to look at the back, this is where you get to put in verbiage. And you could say, I may have a buyer for your home. I will schedule a one-off inspection, and then you can choose your bullet points, whatever you want those to be. Bullet point 1, 2, 3. If you want to do a testimonial, you drop that in there as well. Anything that you want to do, and then your address, you hit next, and then you're going to get to the order and how you want it mailed. So I found this to be a very effective way to do mailers, especially to neighborhoods that you're trying to blanket. And you can add an address. Let me go ahead and go next. And so I would not do that. So I'm going to choose the label, for instance, test 1, 2, 3, test 1. And you can see the mailers that I've done a number of times. Now I will come in and it's going to scrub the list. If you want to send this to the client that you have, you can add a new address. You can do that there. And when you do, you hit the scrub, it's gonna hang tight. It's checking for incorrect addresses, just a little small thing to save you money, and then it's gonna remove any errors from the labels. So that's the way that it would work. And then finally, you would submit the order. I'm not submitting my order right now, but I found that if you do this, it can be a cost-effective way to get to blanket one area if you're gonna have a geo farm, or if one of your clients is asking you for a specific area that they want to purchase in. I hope you found this video valuable. Remember, I love you, God loves you. There's nothing you can do about it. And until next time, don't be average, be world renowned. Peace. Well, it's gonna show us approve our final design. Mailing frequency, once we hit that check, you'll see send one-time mailing list. That's what we want to do. And it did remove one of those addresses. We'll see here, it did remove one of those addresses, and the cost is $104.30 total. Price per item, 70 cents. Not bad when you consider that a stamp is now 58 cents. 58 cents for a stamp. So not bad. Just wanted to share that with you guys. Love you. Peace.